What's good, y'all? It's your girl, Galaxy Queen Star. So tonight I would like to finish off my recaps for Summer Madness 8. And tonight I would like to do Arsenal versus New Jersey Twerk. Round 1, here we go. Twerk starts off first. And I ain't gonna choke tonight, but even if I do, I better still get paid or a llama blazing. Try me. I'll shoot the club up. She ovulating. A nana blazing. So I like that bar. When he say I shoot the club up, I mean, of course he meant he want to shoot up the club with a gun. But then he say she ovulating. So I know when a woman shoots up in a woman's, when a man shoots up in a woman's vagina, you know, while she's ovulating, she will get pregnant. So it could go either way. Next bar. Salutations. Drive by, siren racing. I said Scion, cause my bitch whipping. Dominatrix, I'm tired of playing. I'm sorry, I'm losing my voice trying to sound like Twerk. So he said salutation, drive by, siren racing. I said Scion, cause my bitch whipping. Dominatrix, I'm tired of playing. So when he say cause my bitch whipping, of course he meant driving, but then he say dominatrix, I'm tired of playing. So dominatrix has to do with kinky sex, with whips and chains and all that stuff. So y'all understand that bar. Next bar. Loud thunder. I had my bitch clip your man swag. The cow dumping. I told her stingray. Crocodile hunter. And if all trail her, he's going down under. I'm the top gun. So I like that bar. When he said I told her stingray, crocodile hunter, and if all trail her, but he really meant Australia, which is a play on words, he's going down under. Now in Australia, they did have a crocodile hunter. The guy named was Steve Irwin. A few years ago, he was actually killed by a stingray. This really happened. The stingray stabbed him 100 times. And his last word was, I'm dying. Okay, next bar. You told Trick you ain't no sugar. If you thought he was your Brody, he not one. Pop some. This shit here like a Photoshop gun. He like, is that a 12 gauge? Bow. I thought you ain't no shotgun. Woo! Remember that incident when Arsenal battled Calico years ago in Detroit? Calico asked him, and then Trick was in the audience. He was like, I thought you didn't know shotgun. You know, so I'm going to say that bar again. You told Trick you ain't no shook. If you thought he was your Brody, he not one. Pop some. This shit here like a Photoshop gun. He like, is that a 12 gauge? Bow. I thought you ain't no shotgun. Woo, nice. That was fire. Next bar. Nah, that's old as fuck. But I gave him a warning, and he thought I was fake performing. Dome shot. Permanent head wrap, Sway in the morning. So in New York, I remember I used to always watch Sway in the morning, and he do have a permanent, you know, head wrap. He always used this wrap. I guess he has dreads under his hair. So and he's an American journalist. He used to always talk about all of the celebrities, even rappers, all kind of stuff. So he's a fixture in the, you know, in the celebrity world. Next bar. I was just at the hotel with Hollow the Don, real modest friend, ... All that advice from the Don, but all I could think about was the hollow tips. I'm not for shits. So he was basically, I cut the bar a little short. When I say ... that means I took out a few words, but you know, he started off talking about his situation, his conversation with Hollow the Don, and then after that he goes, but all I could think about was the hollow tips. I'm not for shit. So the crowd went wild. Next bar. This the old Arsenal in London. A shotty in his face, a Beretta to his black. Y'all ain't tired of him retiring? Bow. This time he ain't never coming back. Woo! When he did that, everybody went wild in the crowd. Like, yo, New Jersey Twerk was on 10 in this round. He was really good in this first round. All his rounds, really. Okay, 2 more bars, that's it. This dude gay. Man, fuck the jokes. A tool is spread. Bow. Bullet as big as avocado. This shit'll ruin your day. Woo! And you know, I Avocado. Avocado is the cameraman for URL. Sometimes he also worked with RBE. But on his Twitter page, his actual name is Ruin Your Day on his Twitter page. So I thought that was nice. This dude again. Man, fuck the jokes. A Tula spread. Bow. Bullet as big as avocado. This shit'll ruin your day. Thought that was fire. Next bar. Mr. Disrespectful. Talk about every motherfucking... Okay, Mr. Disrespectful. Talk about everybody's motherfucking kids. ... You don't got custody of your child, nigga. You can't even Skype your daughter. Your baby mom just want a little child support. Bow. Now she gonna get your life insurance. Woo! He was on 10. So that's it for this first round. Twerk was very hyped, very aggressive. Every bar was hitting. Great performance. He was so hyped. He really had you in that crowd. I love Twerk's first round. He really got me into the battle. Now this is Arsenal's first round. Bigger 9. I sit down at your table during dinner time. While your mother say her grace, I'll introduce her to this dick of mine. You know how Arsenal was mad disrespectful. Next bar. Your gun go bop, bop. Mine make a different chime. It only shoots hollows, so when it fire, it go did-a-9, did-a-9, did-a-9. I use that old Foley until it's empty. Did-a-9. So I thought that was alright. You know, he took New Jersey Twerk's, you know, did-a-9 kind of, you know, style. Next bar. You letting your homies piece your son while you pyro. He a Tyler, nigga. I should adopt a nigga to hurt your heart just by being a better father figure. You know, so Arsenal rambling like he do. You know, just being hella disrespectful. Next bar. What you know about lurking and excursions? Foreign card swerving. You say some shit out loud in English, but the card talk back German. You know, basically talking about what he got. You know, basically styling on his bars, styling on Twerk. Next bar. Me and your shorty, chemistry bussin'. It wasn't forced like. We just started billing out of nowhere. Fortnite. So Fortnite is basically a video game where you build and you do combat and everything. And you can find that video game, you know, on PS4, on Xbox, etc. Okay? Next bar. You better stand your ground. Register gun. I'm peace protected. And I don't even have to scratch off the numbers or be so reckless. I just shove the cereal in your mouth. Like eat your breakfast. So even though cereal and breakfast cereal, you would think of a cereal box, but he said cereal, and the cereal could be a gun, so it could go either way. Pretty cool, pretty nice. Last bar. Now this bar I forgot to add earlier, so I'm going to say it. I'm in a demonic state. Let's play hide and seek now. I ain't trying to wait. I preheat the oven to 400 degrees. Tell your son that that's his hiding place. Tell your son that's his hiding place. I'm going to say it again. I'm in a demonic state. Let's play hide and seek now. I ain't trying to wait. I preheat the oven to 400 degrees. Tell your son that's his hiding place. All right, so my notes on this round were Arsenal. At one point, Arsenal paused, but then he tried to play it off, making it seem like Twerk was talking in his round. So he says something, which he wasn't. So he says something like, what you say? Bruh, don't talk while I'm rapping. They see the way. You don't want this to be a reenactment of you and versus DNA like that. So when he said that, the crowd went crazy. Because remember that situation when Twerk was talking through DNA's round, and DNA just rebutted and said something to really make Twerk feel that small. So, but Twerk wasn't really talking through Ars round. I really believe that Ars almost choked or stumbled a little bit, and he tried to play it off like Twerk was talking, and then he, you know, say what he said. Now, Ars was very good. He was still good. He was still energetic. He had good stage performance, but he had mostly disrespectful words than he had bars to me. Okay. Meanwhile, Twerk had all bars. He had bars, disrespect. He had an overall better round to me. Twerk did. Okay. And Arsenal had lots of filler, and some of his bars wasn't even landing. Okay, so that first round, I had to give the first round to New Jersey Twerk. I felt his energy more. He had better material. You know, overall, Twerk was just better. His round was overall better than Arsenal's to me. Next round. Now we're going back to Twerk round 2. Y'all said I was going to come to London and not be as good as him. I started to show up with white picket signs. I took offense. So I thought that was nice because, you know, white picket sign, white picket fence, you know what I mean? I took offense. So I thought that was nice. Next bar. This ain't even as urgent. And then your bitch ass got on blogs talking about I really didn't deserve this. See, one thing I can't do is Istanbul, city of Turkey. He nervous. So I thought that was nice. Istanbul, that's the name of the city of Turkey, is Istanbul. So that was a play on words when he said, see, one thing I can't do is Istanbul, city of Turkey. He nervous. Next bar. Long stop. Clap him right between the eyes, the chrome pop. And if I hit you square in the middle, just don't flop. I plot. So I thought that was nice. Remember that league, Don't Flop? And it was like a square in the middle, like you on stage, and when you looking from, you know, from the people who's outside of the audience, it's like a square, you know, so I thought that was nice. Don't Flop is a battle rap league, and Arsenal was on that league plenty of times throughout his career. I believe he battled, I remember Hitman Holla on that stage, I believe, even Clean, which is one of my favorite battles with Arsenal. Clean on that stage, Clean Paper. Next bar. I thought about letting him live. I feel for him. Cigarettes in London. I put you outside the box and still smoked him. I'm real potent. So I thought that was fire. Now in London, I heard that cigarettes is like illegal or something, like in some cities in London or something. You know, certain places in London, cigarettes are illegal, especially if you're traveling from another country or state going into London. You have to go through customs and all that. Okay, so I think you have to choose the cigarette outside the box, and you know, so that's why he said, and I still smoked him. You know, you smoke cigarettes, but he said, and still smoked him. So it could go either way. Next bar. The burners are bought. Funeral arrangements. I'll tell your mother this murder, of course. It'll be a total slaughter. And one button can determine a loss. So you know Joe Button is where he met. Remember Joe Button was on Total Slaughter? I believe Joe Button had battled, was it Hollow the Don on Total Slaughter. And I believe he lost to Hollow the Don. Next bar. But he ain't worried at all. With all his experience, he know he'll win. You battle Tech 9, Hollow, Loaded, Clips, Shoddy. You're about to do it all over again. I thought that was fire. Sorry, y'all. My house is so hot. It's snowing today, but they got the heat on so high. So I am so hot in here. But yeah, I thought that was fire. Let me say it again. But he ain't worried at all. With all his experience, he knew he'll win. You battle Tech 9, Hollow, Loaded, Clip, Shoddy. You're about to do it all over again. I thought that was fire. 2 more bars, that's it. Chrome to his chin. He talk crazy. You get the Ruger to the teeth. Pistol whip. Blood in his mouth. The human centipede. So you remember that movie? That movie had mad series in it. And it's a horror movie, lots of sequences in it, but that movie was banned from the UK. So that was a nice bar, you know, and I'm sure the people in the UK knew about it because when he said that bar, they went crazy. Okay, that movie was actually banned to be played in the UK, where they at. Next bar. I use a lemon squeeze. You better watch whatever you say. You don't want these niggas to be your pallbearers? Well, let's not get too carried away. I carry a blade. So you know what pallbearers are. Basically, the people who carry the casket outside of a funeral. Okay, so I like when he said that. You want these niggas to be your pallbearers? Well, let's not get carried away. I carry a blade. So I thought that was nice. So he had a great performance as usual. Good bars, didn't choke, good animation, very explosive. Now, only towards the very end, the stumble, he had a little tiny slight stumble at his last bar, and then he Jersey. But he went a long time before that last bar, and then he Jersey. Okay, so he still did excellent. Very good for Twerk. Now we're going to round 2 with Arsenal. This is Arsenal's best round. Okay. Here we go. Now the polls had me losing 3-0. All I could do is take it and laugh. Who got their money on Twerk? Yeah, you look like you spend money tricking on bitches shaking their ass. Because, you know, people in the crowd was raising their hand like they had money. So he looked to the guy in the crowd like, yeah, you look like you spend money tricking on bitches shaking their ass. So people was, you know, laughing. Next bar. You the king of where? What you think you just erasing my past? Nigga, I'ma do you in the worst way. Nigga, who you in the first place? I wouldn't fill your presence in my presence with a present on my birthday. Woo! Arsenal was going in on this round. Okay, I like what he said. I wouldn't fill your presence in my present with a present on my birthday. Present, birthday, presents, presents. Okay, next bar. I like this bar a lot. Let me clear my throat because this is a little long, y'all. Just bear with me. What venue you ever packed out, nigga? What major car were you the main event? How many battles you had in them barbershops when we wasn't getting paid for shit? How many stamps you got on your passport? What country was your favorite trip? How many times you been in South London with these real niggas blazing spliffs? So when he said that, everybody in the crowd went wow, because we all know Arsenal been in London plenty of times, lots of battles, traveled all over the world throughout his career. So he's like, what have you done? You did this, you did that, and he really feeling it, and he real passionate. You ain't never do this, you ain't whoop, 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 whoop. You know, he was all up in Arsenal face, like, I mean, all up in Twerk, New Jersey Twerk's face, like, So that shit was fire. I'm gonna say it one more time. What venue you ever packed out, nigga? What major car were you the main event? How many battles you had in them barbershops when you wasn't getting paid for shit? How many stamps you got on your passport? What country was your favorite trip? How many times you been in South London with these real niggas blazing spliffs? You know blazing spliffs is smoking weed. Next bar. Name a TV or reality show you appeared on. What that we ever watched. Let me say it again. Name a TV or reality show you appeared on that we ever watched. Wild 'N Out, The Rap Game. Total Slaughter was my favorite though. Truth be told, I just shut down Love and Hip Hop Miami a few days ago. Facts. So he basically named all his accolades, what he did in battle rap, you know, fire. Next bar. So let's talk accolades. This past year, yeah, you had Smack-A-Maze, but I had both hands on your bitch cheeks. Macaulay Culkin with the aftershave. So remember that movie Home Alone when Macaulay Culkin was a little boy? He go, ah, with the aftershave. So I thought that was fire. Next bar. Well, you knew your rules. I'm old your rules. The oldest school. I molded you. I taught you to check. Okay, I'm going to say that again. My bad. Well, you knew your rules. I'm old your rules. The oldest school. I molded you. I taught you the game of chess. I showed you how the king's supposed to move. And he kept on going, but I didn't write the whole thing down. But that was nice. I like when he said, I taught you the game of chess. You know, chess got to do with the king, queen. I showed you how the king's supposed to move. Nice bar. Next bar. You had options. Your family showed you pure love. That's why I'm talking to you like I'm whipping your ass. Something your daddy should have did more of. And he literally took out a belt and had it face the crowd like something your daddy should have did more of. Like he really his daddy. And when he did that, the crowd went, wow, yo, that was so fire. This round, second round, was like one of the best second rounds I've ever seen. Very, very good. It was so entertaining, so fire. He had grown man talk. He was funny. He had everything. So now, 2 more bars, that's it. I'm strapped in. He stole New Jersey Twerk slogan. I'm strapped in. I'll clap you in a coma. Madness. I can snap at any moment. You did the salsa, the tango, and the quinceañera. That was clever. My bitch Beretta. Prince all over the bitch. Cinderella. Woo! He just kept going and going. And when he was doing that, yo, he had the crowd roaring. Like, I love that bar too when he said, that was clever, big Beretta, Prince all over his bitch, Cinderella. And you know, big Beretta is a gun, Prince all over this bitch, Cinderella. Remember Prince and Cinderella? Prince could be Prince like fingerprints or Prince like a prince from a king prince. Okay, Prince and Cinderella. One more bar, that's it. I cut his tongue out. Give it to your son on Christmas. He got the gift of gab. That was a little line that I like. So my notes to this round: super fire, very explosive. He was so confident. He had aggression, animation, funny, real talk, grown man bars, entertainment. Entertaining. It was so good, and he was going so long in this round. Beasley and Smack was trying to stop him. Tay-Rock had to literally go up to Ars, hold him, and take him off the stage, like take him away from Twerk, because he just kept rambling, kept going on and on. It just seemed like Arsenal was so determined to win this battle. Like he really wanted to win this battle, I could tell. All right, finally round 3, New Jersey Twerk. In this battle, I'm the prince of the kingdom. I let an heir to the throne. AK-47. I lift and I squeeze one. We already established you don't know what a shotgun is, so I doubt you know a fifth if you seen one. But you said you was in the movie Body. You know Eminem, right? This is a machine gun. Mean one. Woo! And you know Machine Gun Kelly. Remember the beef that Machine Gun Kelly, the diss song he had against Eminem? So I thought that was fire. Next bar. Leave your head shaped so fucking oddly. Godly. Godspeed. You getting pistol whipped, jumped, and beat to a pulp if we mobbing. I sent him to the hospital looking like the Riddler, and they going question marks all over his body. When he said that, crowd went wow. Nice. I like, you know, Riddler costume, got all them question marks all over his body. Next bar. The heater bland. He panicked now. This for the whole state of Jersey and the town. You don't rest your head where you from, nigga. You living safe up in Orlando now. Just don't run when I make my way to Florida. Stay in your ground. Hammer. Bow. Woo! Now, in Orlando, they have a law called Stand Your Ground. And it allows the people there to literally use deadly force and imminent, you know, and when they fearing for danger, you know, fearing for danger, or when great bodily harm comes, you know, comes between them, they have a right to use deadly force. That's what the Stand Your Ground law is in Orlando, Florida. So I thought that was fire. Next bar. I walked the streets with all gangsters. Went to your hood, got the info, long pages. But why get dirt on him when I could literally get dirt on him? 4-4 bulldog on me. The bark dangerous. That's not an excuse. I really did do my homework, but the dog ate it. Woo, remember that, you know that saying from back in the days, you know, a kid go to the teacher and say, you know, the teacher would ask, what happened to your homework? Oh, I did my homework, but the dog ate it. But he was like, the dog ate it. And I thought that was fire. 2 more bars, that's it. I lose tonight, then I'm coming to bombing. I'm talking Gerard Butler. London is for them. One in his noggin. So, and the crowd went raw, they went wild when he said that. I lose tonight, then I'm coming to bombing. I'm talking Gerard Butler. London is falling. One in his noggin. You know, noggin means your head. It's a slang word for head. Okay? And London is Falling is actually a movie that Gerard Butler, who's an actor, played in. Last bar. This is a little long. Bear with me. Since your shit is real, your shit is raw, your shit is soft, nigga. You can't spell marshmallows without putting that arse in it. ... You can't spell tears without putting that fraud nigga long Smith and red dot on it. Bow, bow, leg popping him. Put him in a wheelchair. He'll never hawk a million leg drop again. He went to the camera saying that too. When he said that, everybody in the crowd went crazy. So remember, Arsenal said that, I believe, in a battle with Hollow. I don't know if I'm right about that, but I believe Arsenal said that in his last battle with Hollow, the second one, when he said something about the Hulkamanian leg drop. So I thought that was fire. When he put him in a wheelchair, he'll never Hulkamanian leg drop again. All right, so my notes to this round. Very good performance. He had haymaker bars, great haymakers, animation and energy. Okay. He had a long route, and this material was really, really good. You know, and one thing he needs to learn is that, at the end of his round, he should try to go out with a bang. Because in this round, the last round is like he stumbled on the last bar and then he jersey, but he had already had such a long round. Okay? So he just got to remember that try to end the round on a bang. You know? But he was excellent in that round. I really enjoyed that third round from New Jersey Twerk. Now, this is the last round from Arsenal. It's Arsenal versus... I don't even feel comfortable saying your name like that. How many of y'all seen him shoot a gun? So who really knows if he really ring like that? How you the king? You just popped up on the scene like that. You throwing dice with Owen Hart. You gonna die entering the ring like that. Owen Hart is a Acadian professional wrestler. You know, die in the ring, and Owen Hart did die. Next bar. Big guns, railgate, Draco, drill shit. I swing my arm and shoot it. Caught me looking like I'm Elvis. And he actually did that, you know, Elvis performance. And when he started, you know, these bars, he took off his bow he had, because, you know, he got dreads, long dreads. So he took off his belt, his bow in his hair, and he's like, big guns, railgate, Draco, drill shit. I swing my arm and shoot it. Caught me looking like I'm Elvis. And his dreads is literally swinging while he's doing it. It was so fire. Next bar. I piss on your son while he sleep and your wife in bed. Then we gonna gang bang that bitch. Too deep. Me and my manager. What's the other kind of meat do she like? We finna sandwich her. It was okay. He was just rambling a lot in this round. Next bar. When the first time you shot a gun? And then he kept asking him, when the first time you shot a gun? But New Jersey Twerk wouldn't answer. So then he goes, it don't matter, nigga. First time I ever shot a gun, it was at a nigga. Aim was off. Missed every shot. I had to grab a nigga. Lost his trust forever. In the back, I had to stab a nigga. And he literally grabbed Twerk when he said that too. Next bar. You pussy. You know how I could tell? Because you'll clap a nigga in a coma, but you won't ball your fist to fight him if he's alive and well. And that was nice. Next bar. I like rookies like you who think they're vets. I love those. Snub nose. No more twerk left like the club closed. So, you know, twerk could mean, you know, shaking that ass when you twerk. Last bar in this third round. I'm good, boss. You ain't been the same since your sugar loss. I don't just tap nigga pockets. I snatch niggas' heads off. I'm sorry, he meant snatch niggas' hoods off. Let me say that again. I'm good, boss. You ain't been the same since your shugs lost. I don't just tap niggas' pockets. I snatch niggas' hoods off. And he tried to snatch his hood off, but then that's when a fight almost happened because New Jersey Twerk wasn't playing that. He don't want nobody touching him or trying to take off his hood. Okay, so they almost got into a fight, but Smack and Beezy, you know, intervened and they made sure nothing happened. And, you know, Arsenal wasn't serious. You know, he was just in battle mode, so he was laughing and smiling and everything. Everything was cool after that. So my notes for this round was mostly rambling. Ars did have a lot of filler. He had good moments though, I ain't gonna lie. Some of his bars hits, he did have some good moments and, you know, good. He still had good performance. But at the end, he did seem burnt out and a little out of breath. So right towards the end of the round, okay? So that round, I had to give it to Twerk. Twerk kept me enthused. Twerk kept me energized. Twerk kept me really into that battle. And he didn't have no filler. That's one thing about Twerk. It was like every single bar was hitting. You was so interested in everything Twerk was saying. You wasn't bored. And Arsenal, his second round, everything was hitting. You wasn't bored. But the first and the third round from Arsenal, it had some filler here and there. Some of his bars didn't land. And sometimes you kind of got a little bored. But then he'll come back and he'll entertain you again, you know? So I had to give the first and the third to Twerk. You know, Twerk took this battle to me. I watched this battle 3 times just to make sure I wasn't tripping. And I had to give it to Twerk. Twerk won, although Arsenal did an excellent job, especially in the second round. Okay, the only round that can probably be debated is the first, but I had to give it. When I saw it 3 times, I had to give it to Twerk. I said, there's no way Arsenal took the first round, and he definitely didn't take the third. Okay, so the first and third twerk, and that's my recap, y'all. All right, so I'll come back next time. I know y'all want Hollow versus John and Dawn. So I'll come back next time. With that, I'm going to start working on that recap. All right, y'all. So remember, there's no night without stars. Later.